the Nuggets.
Size and touch of Jokic just too much, finishing with power and finesse.
On the wing, and it's Jokic with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
To the paint. Misses the layup.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader. Rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Nuggets getting the bucket. And the call is going to be...
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, a big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks. Mark Daigneault and I got a chance to talk. I asked him what's the hardest thing about facing Nikola Jokic. He said the way he controls the game at the offensive end. He keeps everyone involved. He's a great scorer, and you have to keep him off the offensive glass. It's a tall order, all of it. Guys?
Thank you, David. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Brown. 3 on the clock. Jokic, that's a 2-pointer. And Denver again with the bucket.
Yeah, nice. Jokic just stepped up, had some poise there. The shot was under pressure, but I don't think he felt it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Now here's Murray. Got a piece of it. Outside Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Fast break. Here we go. Finished off the break.
Some heads-up ball there from Dort.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar.
Holmgren. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Porter. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said than done.
And Jokic just making this look way too easy.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Jokic. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Now, there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride Beautiful assist.
And it's Gordon missing. Thunder trailing by 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. "41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections, his steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Williams for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Outside Gordon. Plenty of space. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the game. Gordon, and a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. The Nuggets on top. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Denver in the lead. Pass to Jokic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Outside Williams. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Now here's Porter. Nothing on the board. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Williams, that's good.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Back to Westbrook. Murray outside. Taps in the tray. Murray's got his first 3 points of the game. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Now, here's Porter. The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his first points in this one.
Don't say this much about guards, but big boy strength there as Westbrook does not give in to the aggressive defense.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Love that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Out to the right wing. Right side, Westbrook. On the wing, Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up on the wing. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Oklahoma City trailing. Pass to Holmgren. From deep three-point land. Porter pulls it in. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Brown. Defended by Dort. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And Brown pulls it down. On the wing, Porter. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
So active to score from a number of spots, but when Westbrook gets to the inside, he can do damage.
The Nuggets leading by 4. It's stolen by Dort. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Top of the key, Hartenstein. Shoots from the corner. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Porter with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Now, here's Porter. Scoreless thus far.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Oklahoma City. Trailing by 2. Holmgren can't hit. On the wing, Porter. And the Thunder gain possession. .46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Dort. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And Denver has possession. Pass to Naji. Uncovered. And Holmgren pulls it down.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander for 3. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Now Westbrook. And there's the drive.
Just another foray into the paint by Westbrook. Has way too much speed to keep up.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Here's Wallace. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Denver in the lead. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Outside, Porter. And here is Murray. Clock at 6. Drives to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
And Murray gets creative around the basket, that time dynamic off the bounce.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Oh, Jokic attacking the rim and brings it down hard.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Back to Jokic. Things getting physical, but Jokic handles out and wins.
Such a good handle for a big guy. Nothing super fancy, but efficient.
Mitchell with it. Count it. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Westbrook. He has 6. Pass to Jokic. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Jokic has got 19 points.
A nice stroke on a quick shot by Jokic. Not giving the defense any chance to come over and disrupt. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA? Especially when the slam is coming from the point guard.
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Now here's Murray. 7 points in the game. Jokic gets it done right in front, in close.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
The thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Here's Westbrook. After the made shot from Chet Holmgren. Outside, Porter. Back to Jokic. Oh, throw it down. Nikola Jokic.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Williams. That shot is off. Denver leading by 8. Pass to Jokic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Williams with the ball for Oklahoma City. .110 left in the third quarter. Holmgren with it. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Holmgren's got 13.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Denver calls timeout.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
There's a minute left to play in the third. Pass to Strother. Here's Chanchar. Here's Brown. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Outside for Jordan. 4 on the clock. The 3 ball. They grab their own miss. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball? How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Strother, no good. And here are the Thunder now.
Yeah, take your time. Don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Nuggets. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. Well, what a terrific game. This fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Thunder trailing by 3. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. And Jordan sends it back.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Was able to listen to what David Adelman went over with his team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Count it. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, the feed for Murray, a score-first point guard, but the setup was nice.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a That's in for his first field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And he comes up with the deuce.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
Thunder trailing by 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Jokic. That's in there. Murray with the assist. And now it's a 6-point Denver lead.
And that just goes towards the all-around game of Jokic.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding what to do with it. Connects from 3-point range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Here's Williams. Going inside. Lays it up off the glass. And it's 6 points for Williams.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands. And feels real comfortable with the shot he's making. How about Murray stepping up, poise for this young player?
They're trailing by 3. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. 5 to shoot. Here's Joe. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. The Nuggets leading by 3. And an intentional foul right there. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Murray. Takes it inside. It's Murray with the jam.
He's got so many tools, and then you forget how good Murray is athletically. Gets up.
Good work there as it goes.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Brown. Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic stepping up big time here.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. It's a 5-point game. Shot from the wing. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, Jamal Murray at his size, the one impressive thing that stands out to me is that he will willingly go right at the defense. Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Jokic with it. Williams picks him up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance.
And if you're a defender and you're leaning just a little bit, Jokic is going to take advantage of you.
So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game. That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
A basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now the Thunder with it.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one? And the young fella, the big boy, embracing the moment. That's a great shot from Chet. All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the three off target. Offline. So the Nuggets win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining.
This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. And the whistle blows on a... Backcourt violation. Went over and back. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
The shot by Brown, no good.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
The three from Holmgren. Rebounded by Denver. Outside for Porter. Murray from outside. Hartenstein pulls it in. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. Lays it up and banks it in.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. And he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said, they're all looking forward to the challenge.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Back to Porter. Pass to Brown. Jokic with it. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Here's Brown. Clock at 6. Here's Murray. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
B.A., you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Thunder. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Inside. Out to the wing. A clear look for Hartenstein. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
On the wing, Porter. To the inside. Here's Jokic. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Pass to Holmgren. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Denver.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Jokic. He's guarded by Hartenstein. From behind the arc. And Nikola Jokic with the three. Jokic has got 5 now.
I mean, with his three-point shooting, Jokic is able to draw opposing bigs out on the perimeter, and that opens up driving lanes for him and his teammates.
Now here's Porter. Down low. And there's a 3-second violation. Thunder trail by 3. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. And the layup layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, there's a craftiness to the play of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shifts the defense around to get his teammate an open look.
Pass to Jokic. Hartenstein pulls it in. Here's Oklahoma City now. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Pass to Brown. Now Murray. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. 4 on the clock. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From deep, Holmgren. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Yeah, he does everything with intent. Holmgren, not the quickest, but it's hard to get up and block his shot.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Gordon outside. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
I love that Aaron Gordon goes right up with it. He's got really good instincts for knowing when to catch and shoot.
That one drops for him.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Murray inside. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
And stolen by Murray. From deep, Jokic. He's off on that one. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for the Thunder. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Back to Jokic. 5 on the clock. He can't get that one to fall. Thunder with a lead. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Now here's Holmgren. Give him 8 points now. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Pass to Brown. 4-3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And Holmgren's got the ball here for OKC. It's a 3-point game. Williams from long range.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Joker coming through. And the dunk by Jokic.
So crafty on these takes to the rim. Jokic senses when he should just look to drive.
Deep, Holmgren. Counted from distance. Holmgren's got 11.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Holmgren. He's got 11. Ooh, Oh, Holmgren fighting through contact.
And we're seeing the full potential of Holmgren. Any questions about whether he's NBA ready are being answered right here tonight.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Here's Jokic. Pass to Brown. Puts up a three. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Brown's gotten himself on the board with a three there. And here's Holmgren. Launches a three. And another three for Oklahoma City. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
So both teams changing it up here. Nuggets trail by three. To the inside. Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
If you don't do your work early and push DeAndre Jordan a little bit out of his comfort range, get out.
Caruso with the bucket.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Jordan. Westbrook outside. Clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Source, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
B.A., there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive, and skilled. He's a Hall of Famer.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. He's feeling it. And it's Denver with a rebound.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Here's Westbrook. Good work defensively by Hartenstein.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Excellent job of closing out on that three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Flows under control, and he's more than up to the task.
That shot is off. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the game. It's a close game here in Denver. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Caruso. Here's Holmgren. Holmgren running free in the open floor.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Here's Westbrook. And the first half comes to a conclusion. Far. It's the Thunder. They lead by 4. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Here's Westbrook. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Clock is at 3. Here's Najee. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
SGA on the move. And he gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points.
That's a finish for the purists out there. The lightest of touches on the finger roll.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, BA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Oh, deflected. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. From deep. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Nuggets trail by 4. Pass to Jordan. And so the ball out of bounds. Caruso touched it last. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Chet Holmgren with a strong contribution so far.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Jokic. 5 to shoot. Over Williams. That one a little long. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, BA, not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
And the basket by Jokic.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Caruso with the bucket.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Ooh, stolen by Murray. Here's Brown. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Williams. And the basket by Joe. And it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
And stolen by Caruso. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Here's Williams. And here's Holmgren. He's got 18. Caruso outside. Fires to the beat. And the three-pointer goes. Caruso's got 5 points now this quarter.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. By 11, largest margin of the game. They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Out of bounds, the Thunder will take it.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
The kick out to Williams. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Hits a three-pointer.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Caruso with the bucket.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Shoots. 6 on the shot clock. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
That one's good for 2.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. At the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
Murray looking around. Pass to Westbrook. Takes it inside. Here's Jokic. Count the basket.
You just never know what Russell Westbrook will do in the pick and roll. So excellent at making the right decision.
Williams' shot is good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Gordon pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. Gordon outside. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get one up. Here's Porter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Jalen Williams.
Nice to see that intensity from Porter Jr., going right into the defender to collect a shooting foul.
Thunder leading by 20. Here's Dort. The quick look, no good that time.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And again, it's Denver missing.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Very pretty alley.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander facilitating for his team right now. What a pretty pass.
Out to Gordon. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Rebounded by Denver. Pass to Westbrook. 4th quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Gordon outside. Now here's Westbrook. Porter from outside. Doesn't go that time.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Gordon pulls it in. And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. A clear look for Westbrook. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
Pre-shot preparation, right? The ability to catch and shoot is there for Russell Westbrook.
Three-pointer. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Murray. And stolen by Hartenstein. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Here's Jokic. Soft touch off the glass. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
Russell Westbrook right now creating havoc with his defensive abilities. My goodness.
Pass to Holmgren. A minute 31 left in the fourth. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Thunder.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Chet Holmgren.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Westbrook outside. On the wing quarter. That three's off the mark. Here's Dort. To the left side wing. The three from Holmgren. Sends it home from three-point land.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Willing to sacrifice his body. Porter Jr. on the attack draws the whistle.
Porter hits them both. And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Gordon outside. Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to Westbrook. The three. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes the three. No good. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was an enemy.